Hi everybody, this is Gail and we're here to talk about creating a cash budget. The one that we're going to work on today is 2 months, and the information that we're given here is the Bramble Company prepares a monthly cash budget, and here are their sales, purchases, salary, administrative expenses, and selling expenses. Now, of course, you all will have different numbers than me, but it's all the same idea. All of their sales and purchases are done on an account, and the budgeted collections, let me make this a little bit bigger for you. The budgeted collections and disbursements are all given here below. All the expenses are paid within the month incurred, except for the administrative expenses, where $1,200 of depreciation is accrued each month. We need to remember that because it's important later on. Some of the other data is our collections from customers for both months, our payments on purchases for the month of January and February. Now that's different than the purchases that's listed up here. So that's also something you need to pay attention to, okay? Other receipts, in January, we collected money on notes receivable from December, and in February, there was proceeds from the sales of security. And other disbursements in January was we paid out some cash dividends. So here I tried to set up a little cash budget that might make sense to you. All the yellows are the information that we are not given, and the blue comes from the information that was in here. So I hope that kind of helps it a little bit. But we're told that in the beginning what our cash budget, what our expected cash was for the beginning. And in my problem, the beginning cash balance was $47,600. To that, you're going to add your cash receipts. So cash receipts from customers, right here in the month of January was $329,800, and in the month of February was $379,000. Notes payable. Here in January, that's what we received from our customers that still owed us from December. So that was $18,700. And in February, we're not expecting to receive any of those right now. So we put a budget of 0 there. And sales of securities, we only sold those in February. So that's the $5,100. So our total receipts, here you go. It's these few in here, the collections and notes payable and the sales of securities. And we get our totals. Now we're not going to have the total cash available, which is your beginning cash balance and your total receipts. We'll have it for January, but not yet for February because we don't have our beginning cash balance yet for February. Once we have our total available cash, then we need to deduct all of the cash disbursements. So we had salaries for both months. And if you remember, I told you to remember that $1,200 in administrative expenses where it included depreciation. So you'll have to go to your administrative expenses up here and deduct $1,200 from each month. And in my problem, it came out to $70,100 for January and $72,600 for February. Purchases, if you remember, that's not that we bought things, but that we made payments on the purchases. So here's our payments on our purchases. Dividends, we only paid out in February. Want to make sure I put the right amount there. Yes. And then we add all of those disbursements up and subtract the total disbursements from our total available cash, and that gives us our excess or deficiency of available cash over disbursements. Now in the problem, it gives you the amount that they want to at least maintain as a minimum. And in my problem, it was 57,420. So we are over that amount right there. So we carry that balance forward into February. So into February, we put our $60,600. And we are going to add that to our available cash, which is going to give us $444,700. So we already have all of our disbursements put in here and totaled, and excess over disbursements comes out to $50,500. Now that's below that minimum amount that the management wanted us to keep. So we're going to have to finance the difference to be able to meet our obligations in the month of February, which is $6,920. We don't have any repayments planned, and so we know that the balance will be right there at the minimum that we needed it to be, which is $57,420. So that is how you do a cash budget for 2 months. Now, it could have been for only 1 month or an entire year or quarters as it was in the book. But this particular one, it was 2 months. So make sure that you put your heading correctly. I hope that helps you understand why we do some of the things on the cash budget, and let me know if you have any questions. And